got started?
Well, Farm 3, which is many moons back, we had this competition. It was the Fisherman's Day competition.
Yeah.
So we were doing music individually back then. Pixel used to be knocking on this. I was in a different farm than you.
Yeah. Farm 3.
No, Farm 2. Farm 2. I was in a different room, so we used to meet up in one room and do songs together. And then after when the competition came up, we decided to form a group, which would have been myself, Pixel,
Jason
and
Richard.
I went to the Fisherman's competition, placed first, and then from that day, we just continued doing music together.
What type of music did you do for the Fisherman's Day
That
competition?
was
Hip hop.
Hip-hop.
That was a hip hop. And we used to infuse the hip hop with dance. So
Okay.
we used to try things back then too. I mean,
Do you remember the song?
Keep
I can't-
hustling. I
No,
can't remember the
I
words,
can't-
but I know the name was Keep Hustling.
I know the beat too.
Yeah, it was Keep Hustling. I can't remember the song. I know the word. It was
That
Keep
song-
Hustling.
That was the hottest song we ever made at the time, you know what I mean? So, because when you know make music, when you're making music, you feel that this is the best thing. You understand? You want everybody else hear it too.
I wouldn't even recall the traditional way. It was playing from virtual DJ and a little headphone mic with a blanket as a pop filter. And from there, sister, we always had love for music, so I guess the connection made everything go
Strong,
forward.
that was it.
So you started out as hip hop artists, but I came to know you all as soca artists,
Yeah.
and you all seem to have a really diverse portfolio. Tell me about the evolution.
Well, it wasn't started as hip hop. I used to do dancehall. He was a hip hop guy.
R&B, actually.
So when it was, I used to flow dancehall on the hip hop beats.
Right.
So then from that, we started building our own beats, doing dancehall. We switched to soca in
2015,
2015. I mean, we used
Well,
to dabble
14
in it
still
before. We
been
used
doing
to
dancehall, right?
try a thing, but the problem before was that we always used to pack it off lyrics, like too much. So understanding the words and some I think was Harry. Cherry reached out and said,
Cherry.
try it again there. Do your dancehall on the soca, just mean break it down a little. Put more melodies to keep the attention of the people.
People will more understand and follow along.
How has that worked?
So far, so good.
But
Yeah,
people could detest to that.
I would say it came out better for me because doing dancehall, yes, you love dancehall, but now I could flex dancehall on a soca, which is more culturally accepted in St.Vincent. So
Right.
it's a win-win for us and Vincy.
Yeah, and
What-
it's something different.
What made you go into soca though?
Well, the same thing with the culture. Is
Yeah.
it embedded in us. So we had a conversation amongst us and we decided that regardless of how good we are at dancehall, it's now our culture, so it wouldn't be readily accepted as soca would.
Okay, and how difficult is it to write, to find material to write about, to choose topics that you think will appeal to people?
It varies, but
Yeah.
we try to more so do things that we like
Correct.
and try to keep it relevant enough so that other people could relate to it.
I think the
Instead of
hardest
too
part,
specific.
the hardest part is doing the concept, what angle to write it from.
Right.
Because everybody can write about a book, but then we don't want to write on the first page. Probably might want to start the story from the ending and then come forward. So I guess the hardest part is the
Trying
angle
to
we're
be
writing from.
different,
How long does it take you to develop something?
A time
Depends.
span. Sometimes it might be happening one day in
Yeah.
the studio. Sometimes it might happen over a month period. It just depends. Each song different. They have their own fingerprint.
It also depends on how connected you are with, like the what we did this year, Winning.
Winning.
I think Winning took us the longest to write because we're back in, out, trying to make sure the message is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all songs vary in writing time.
You are young people, and generally your choices are choices that would appeal to young people. Dancehall, hip hop, R&B. But this year you went into a calypso tent. What prompted that?
That was something that we always wanted to do. One, because for the experience sake, and two, because we wanted to expand our reach to older folks, because mostly in the calypso tent they have older folks and people who sit down and listen to music. You know what I mean? So when they can judge your music, you know, you have another criteria.
Correct.
And what was the experience like for you?
Very different.
And not that we don't like it, but
Yeah.
it was just a different feeling compared to as when you go to a show and they just people jumping up,
Yeah.
and they're listening and
I was actually shocked. I was surprised that when we were singing, people up there like,
following along,
Yeah,
and that's that. Yeah,
wow.
that was a great
Yeah.
feeling. That was one of the most outstanding feelings for the whole carnival. I should
the
say.
fact is the crowd was organic.
Right.
When we do a soca show, you know, people, okay, our song playing every day, so they know that. When this crowd is setting is some older folks that probably may not listen to us every day. So then they gravitated to the message now, so then we know, okay, the message that we're putting out makes sense to them.
Right.
Okay. How has it changed how you see yourselves as artists, how you communicate with your audience, how you just generally look for content and material?
In terms of the Calypso tent,
Being in the Calypso tent.
well, it is an eye-opener in terms of where music is reaching. So now you know, okay, elders listening to me, so if I'm a little too rugged on this side, kind of smooth it, polish it, so that
Keep
it's
it
accepted in a
balanced.
wider audience.
Keep it balanced.
Yeah.
We're still trying to bridge that gap between the young generation and the older generation, though, because there is a separation there.
Why is it important to you to bridge that gap?
To keep the culture alive, I should say, because the young children some of the youngs don't accept calypso, some of the calypsonians don't accept soca, and it's all them is one thing.
Has
Just a
being-
little faster.
Has being in the Calypso tent provided any opportunities for you that you had not gotten prior to going into Calypso?
It opened some other interviews, some other cans of worms, where they're not being selected and so forth. But opportunities would always open. Because, for example, some older folks meeting me now, oh, I saw you in the Calypso tent, you all look good. We never know, that might be a promoter.
Yeah.
So-
Or they might know a promoter and they might say, yo, the man here. You know what I
So
mean?
it may not be short-term opportunities.
And Sweet Radio SVG was in the tent and saw you, and now we're doing this
Yeah,
interview.
It's an
That would
opportunity.
not have happened
Sorry.
otherwise. Tell me about some of your songs. Which are the ones that you like most?
You have time? Because we have a lot of songs that we actually like and a lot of people never heard as well
Yeah.
too. You know, like Too Late.
Right.
That's
That's a
Too Late.
personal
It's
closer
no,
to you.
it just that not much people heard about it and
Yeah.
how it's different. That's why I like it.
Like, winning is one of my favorites.
Winning, correct. Almost like
The message and our goal was achieved. I should
Right.
say with that. One of my favorites
Walking
will
Out
always
too.
be Malice,
Malice.
which is Level the Feelings.
I like Walking Out too because I always wanted to do a road song after listening to New Direction and them. Because them were my favorite soca artists back when I was small.
But still had other songs, you had the dance all genres.
Yeah. Can't be dabble into that now. That's
The
a lot
one
of songs.
you did on Luminaire.
I can see it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good one. It have so many songs that they will just have to go and check Dymez and daPixel and look for the dancehall, for the soca, hip hop, R&B, and
But pretty soon we'll be creating we'll be putting more content on our DXTP YouTube page as well, because you notice we putting them in the Island Shack Entertainment, which is our record
Studio
label, our studio name. So we'll start branching off. Well, not really branching off, but giving both sides. So if you just want DXTP, you go there.
What's the story behind Too Late?
This song is self-explanatory. I wanted to listen to this song.
sing chorus.
Girl, you're going to end up too late when you remember this. When you start reminiscing, cause I know you're gonna miss it. That's just a piece of it. Yeah,
So if we want to hear the rest of it, we have to go.
correct.
Alright. And Winning, what's the story behind Winning?
Winning is just a motivational song. I mean, some people might say, oh, you're not a lawyer, a doctor, so you're below. But in my way of thinking or way of looking at life, from you have life, you're winning. If you're going to have another opportunity to be what you want to be, so long as you have life, you could change his life, be better. You drop out of school, you have more avenues now to go back to your learning. So every day is a win. It's just to let people know that all isn't lost, there's still hope, you're a winner.
A label doesn't define you as well.
What's next for Dymez and Pixel?
More music as usual, and we're still looking to drop an album, but we have to get more information before we send it out. But
So you're still doing research on
Yes. We're also doing
Trying to find
merchandise as well.
the right sonic song.
Right.
Make sure everything packaged properly.
Because the album is different than a single. Everything have to sound like
Same.
they intertwine with each other and give you a certain feel to listen, to continue listening to, you know.
What are some of the challenges that you face as a duo that maybe individual artists may not face, and why do you think it is better as a duo than as solo artists?
Everything has its vices,
Yeah, well,
and everything has its benefits.
one major challenge in performance is knowing when Pix is going to talk. I mean, regardless of how you practice, I cannot know when he's about to see something inside the crowd and speak, because I might see something at the same time. Secondly is the dealing with what influences the song more, because you might be building a song on live, but the angle he's looking at it, I'm not necessarily looking at it the same way. So you have to meet at a midpoint. So those are some negatives with the duo. The positive for me is, I mean, you always have somebody you could lean on, right? So sometimes I might be 100, but he could pull my weight.
Right.
Melodies, writing style, so we always could pull from one another to make the final product better.
Also the one-on-one competition
Yeah.
to create the better voice. That'll make the song better, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Push it to its limit.
I want to take you back to the carnival season. You said it was controversial in terms of you being left out of the selections. What are your thoughts on that, and what are the comments and feedback that you've been getting since then?
Okay, well, for one, due to the conversation that they started before the selection process, it made it feel a little biased, because it sounded like we weren't being judged based on our song, but rather the fact that we're a duo in the tent, which to me doesn't make sense. The song should be based on the message rather than who is singing it or how many people are singing it. So that to me was
Presentation as
the
well,
negative
too.
energy.
And how are you dealing with that going forward? Because it has not yet been resolved, has it?
Well, we're still up for the fight, still going back next year.
But
Still
have
fight
any
until-
interventions been made? Have you addressed it with the CDC or the Calypso Association? Because until there's a formal statement on it, you never really know if you're being judged
Right.
for your content or
And
for
thing
your
is,
number.
There
They're
was
still
never a
not.
rule
They're
against-
still not telling us if being a duo is the problem.
They never said there was a rule for it against it. So
Before.
I don't
They
know
just
why
said it was
it's
a
happening
norm.
now.
and a norm is not a law. So
Are you aware of any precedents to your particular style? Duos competing?
in Calypso,
Oh, okay.
not as far as I know.
I know of it in soca, but
I know it in soca, but I guess we're easy for, so the barriers, yeah, push.
Yeah, somebody had to break them, man.
what are challenges for artists generally? Before, for example, if you have a hit, you know that you're going to have a good season because people are going to want to buy your cassette, your CD, your vinyl. You might be too young for vinyl, but
Yeah.
people are going to want to buy your music.
Yeah.
Now everybody just sends around the digital copy. What are the challenges associated with being in the industry that you are in? How do you make a living from what you do?
Well,
Streaming.
I
Is a
know
big thing
right,
right now, too.
streaming, but then that's if you own the material.
Right, that's the next thing.
But some artists not even registered, so
Mhm.
that's an issue. So you have to find creative ways. We normally do merchandise,
Right.
because we write and produce, we own our materials. So we could stream and make it. And the issue is for them is promoters. There's a long conversation.
That's the biggest issue.
Promoters
Exploitation.
always exploiting artists, saying, "Oh, come apply." I mean, it needs to work both ways. I gave you it, right? Studio time, because artists find it hard to pay for studio time, pay for materials, due to the fact that they're being exploited, so they're not making any financial gains. So the industry
so they
is
can't
not
invest.
as lucrative as it should be.
How do you see any potential solutions to that problem? For example, let's just focus on the promoters. How do you see artists being able to counteract that situation where they give but they don't receive? It's not a reciprocal arrangement.
The artists need to unite.
Yeah. Big problem.
Moving
If
forward.
everybody decide and say, yo, we're not doing this unless we collect such and such will be the case. Even the bigger artists as well, the ones who they will most definitely quicker paid. Not to say that they get paid, I don't know. But even the bigger ones, just unite with everybody and just come as one. Just say, yo, we're doing
moving
this.
forward is contracts.
Who are the people who have influenced you? You have a wide range of influences in terms of your genres, in terms of your performance style, your writing, your objectives, your values. Who are the people who have influenced you?
Soca would be Problem, Skinny, Icon. Me, Soca is being local. That's why I grew up listening. New Direction, what was the guy? Devious. Some people that I guess the music not playing now, but I used to see them in school.
And we used to get them music.
Yeah. One was our teacher, Purist. There was Full Clip. And then on the outside scale would have been like Bounty Killer, Jago for hip hop and R&B. That have a wide different set of people.
Does it apply to both of you?
I'm also like Chris Brown. Them sing J's now. Wayne Wonder.
The gang.
Bounty was one of them, you know what I mean? The same thing with the local as well. Family was a big thing as usual. Problem Child, Skinny. Even Kevin Little song turned me on, you know what I mean? I remix that song, remix that song, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of influences, it's a wide jam.
Most people just have like one or two.
I listen to classical music too. Nobody know that. I don't listen to classical music. That's helped me with the beat building. I listen classical, I listen piano instrumentals while I sleep. Them type of things. Yeah.
Okay, and in the same way that there have been people who have influenced you, have you noticed that you have influenced whether your contemporaries or the aspiring artists?
Yes, there's a lot of new artists coming up who say that they look up to us and stuff like that.
Pentita Lush, Flame.
Dr. West, Flame,
Something we know one name, they just drop out.
Stunner. That boy is Stunner from Georgetown. A couple of them.
And how do you work with them to help them go forward in the industry?
Well, once people approach, we normally help writing. Picks out the beat. I give guidance sometime with artwork. It has
recording, the recording of the project, the voice.
And some people come to studio and think it's a line. Come in, bringing bottles, come to do music. And we sit down, they get frustrated. Record over. No, I don't like that. Do that again. No, never again.
Me too.
And when it's done, it's about how many layers of back vocals. So it's like, boy, man, give me a whole legit, I fell up.
But the boot had to, the boot real hot.
We see everything except the boot. So we go in there and walk.
That's an inspiring message though, because you would hear older people say that young people don't have the commitment and the focus, but at least you are at that age, you are at the right age where you are the example. You know, coming from somebody in their own age group or just slightly older than them, I think it is more meaningful and it is a valuable lesson. I hope that at least one or two of them are going to take it up and run with it, because eventually you're going to get to where I am and we'll be old people. So
I thought you were 12, but
right. Sure. Yeah.
But that's the next thing again to the younger generation need to be more humble and more accepting. Not to change who they are, but more accepting and understanding.
Just expand on that for me, please.
Take advice, basically, because a lot of them are coming in and saying, "Boy, I know this, I know this, I know this," you know what I mean? But when somebody will show you what you don't know, now you can't talk. You understand? And they see you as an arrogant person, so they wouldn't want to work with you. But if you're more accepting, you're more friendly amongst the people, and just like I see Dymez, and I say, "Boy, Dymez is kind of man," and he talk to me and tell me something to help me understand what I'm saying, and then I say, "Boy, I know that already." And I say, "Alright," you know what I mean? That type of way.
But there's always something to be learned, especially from people who have the experience in the industry.
I mean, you have things to learn from people with no experience, because we learn things every day.
Correct.
Like I might come inside the studio and he doing something that we're not accustomed to, but it works, so we could add it to our formula, and so you learn things every day, regardless of who. The most important thing is giving a listening ear.
You have to be open-minded.
Mm.
Stay with me. Tell me about that. Stay with me.
Pause.
For you now.
It's not a personal song for me.
You did.
I wrote it for somebody. I just had to sing it. Yeah, it's just we know in St.Vincent people, they have this gallus mentality. So there's a situation where the person had several other companions and the main one left. So he needed assistance. And you sing post and you believe it.
Yeah.
So it was just expressing that, yo, I know I make mistakes, you know, understand. I might not see it at the time, but now the consequences rolling in. It gave me a little growth mentally. So now I'm begging back.
Did it work?
Yeah. I don't know, he didn't tell me.
Say it. Just start yourself.
I forgot it was, bro. Yes, it worked.
Sing it.
Stay here with me. I give you all my loving, girl.
If you stay with me, I know I hurt you bad before, but I wanna see you go. Something like that. I can't remember the exact song.
Alright, I'll work with that. I'll work with that.
Stay with me was on a rhythm of 5 songs.
Country, what's your rhythm?
Yeah, and all the songs were written by us. So it's kind of hard remembering.
That's alright. And it's too personal for you to want to tell the whole story. I understand. I understand.
I just.
It's alright. It's alright. You can let it, you know. You can let it.
What can people look forward to?
More good music, better performances, better everything all around it. I mean,
More collaboration.
every year's wisdom, so.
Collaborations with other artists?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Other artists, other producers. Just trying to keep the network, you know. And we're supposed to have another release coming before the year is out as well.
Yeah, that's another thing. We can't say we soca artists and releasing songs May, June alone.
Other islands have carnival as well, you know.
Trying to break that trend and do music all year.
Have you been able to work in other islands?
Produce
Outside of
with them?
St. Vincent? Whether produce, write, perform outside of St. Vincent?
We did the sit down on a Lucian rhythm,
From the Lucian.
and that was because of I went over for the independence and I did a performance there. So interacting with the different artists over there, we got the rhythm. We did works with again Trinidad. We right for Kirich from Trinidad.
Symbol right there, you do the
Right.
production.
So we did writing and so for other artists outside.
Having done work for them or having had them do work for you, why is it not possible for you now to go and perform in their festivals and competitions, or for you to make arrangements for them to come and be guest performers here? Why is there not that sort of exchange and synergy?
Well, yeah.
I should say yeah.
Because I mean, not because we produce or write for them, or even sing on a rhythm from their country. It doesn't mean it's that popular in that country where it's in demand for us to be there.
Right.
So I guess that's the issue. Because I mean, the artist he did write to, but Symbol did write in Kirich. The song was doing good in Trinidad, wasn't necessarily doing good in St. Vincent. So there was a demand for him to come over and perform.
Right.
It's a give and take in the industry also.
So isn't that infrastructure per se if something today got happen here?
Because then a promoter wouldn't want to bring somebody who would be a financial burden on him.
Definitely, I understand.
And
Okay,
still
so it's
having
really
the
just a
roadblocks
matter
as
of the
well.
appeal in the different territories. It may not appeal
Right.
throughout.
Yeah.
Okay. Winning. Back to winning. I'd love to get a little a cappella piece of winning.
All them things you done,
Say about me, with them day,
and all them things you done, pray upon me.
with them day,
Don't bring your negative faith to me.
burn it way.
Right now you can't make it.
Why?
We are for greatness.
If Jaja have you winning and winning and winning and winning, man check the scale. Man bless for real. If Jaja have you winning and winning and winning and winning, man check the scale. We bless for real. All the bless for
Make sure follow me on IG ISE_count DAPIXELZ count daPixels.
And follow me at ISC_DYMEZ784.